Open source is still hot. If you're not thinking about what the cloud can do to your job, you should be. And there are health IT jobs in Cincinnati. I'm Mark Pfeffer, and this is the DICE News Update for Friday, October 22nd, 2010. So more than 2/3 of organizations worldwide see themselves spending more money on open source. 38% of them say that they expect to migrate mission-critical applications to open source sometime over the next 12 months. So, that's fueled a growing demand for software developers, systems administrators, network managers, and other tech professionals who know their way around open source. Now on DICE, I did a search, and that brings up more than 2,300 job listings, especially for programming skills like Ruby on Rails, Hadoop, Linux, MySQL, and Python. But go ahead and do your own search. Just search on the words open source. Jeff Vance is a writer for Datamation, and he thinks the cloud should worry you. Because while there's a lot of opportunity there, the cloud's changing the landscape of IT, and no one's really sure how big its changes are going to be. If you're in tech, Vance bets you're already worrying. Even as the recovery begins to bring back more jobs, slowly, some of those jobs, some of the IT jobs, are going to disappear. For instance, if a company's email is in the cloud, why keep somebody on board to manage Exchange? So, all right, what's this mean for you? Well, for one thing, you may need to broaden your skill set. The skills most in demand, like networking, information security, and tech support, are also the kind of jobs that are most prone to outsourcing. In fact, one CIO predicts that in 5 years, he'll only actually own 25% of his workforce. The rest of the jobs will all have been outsourced. So it's important for you to learn skills that can't be outsourced. One of the most obvious examples is vendor management. Somebody's got to work with all of those outsourced resources to make sure they're doing their job. Remember last week I talked about the shortage of professionals in health IT? Well, here's a real example. The Business Courier, a business newspaper, says hospitals in Cincinnati need at least 100 IT professionals to implement electronic medical record systems. The problem? The people they need aren't really easy to find. 2 hospitals, Good Samaritan and Bethesda North, say they need 30 people all by themselves. They want to hire locally, but they'll go beyond the city if they need to. So Cincinnati State and Technical Community Colleges started a program where they want to train 80 people a year to do health IT implementation and support. Remember, this is just one city. You can search in your own metro area to see what the opportunities are there. But I'm going to bet dollars to donuts that when you do the search, you're going to find positions. That's all this week. Kat Miller's going to be back on Wednesday with another edition of DiceTV, and I'll be back on Friday. Until then, I'm Mark Pfeffer, the managing editor of DICE News, and we now return you to your regular desktop.